Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue.
And we're back with Outdoors with Larry Ray. I'm Tony Dolly sitting in for Larry Ray. And our next segment, or actually our first segment this week, is our guest is Jacob Taylor. Actually, I should say guests are Jacob Taylor, Johnny McFarland, and Jerry DeZonia. And Jerry's new. Jake was fairly new, but most of you are familiar with Johnny. He's been around there for a long, long time. But Jacob is the Precision Ag and Conservation Specialist with Quail Forever. And so, Jacob, tell us what Precision Ag program is. Quail Forever, what are they doing? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so we are I guess you say a wing or a department in the conservation delivery team that Quail Forever has across the nation. We're spread out in several different regions, the Midwest, Northeast, the South region, the West region, but mainly we are a team of specialists that partner with producers in their coverage area to identify underproducing areas that we can implement quail habitat and other different conservation practices. We do that in
What do you mean by underproducing?
Areas on the farm where the crop does not receive, I guess you would say, enough sunlight, enough water, enough nutrients to produce enough crop for the producer to break even or make money on, get a return on the investments that they put on that certain part of the farm, like, for example, seed, chemical fertilizer. All those costs go into each acre on the farm, and the crop has to produce enough to pay for those and make more. And in areas that they don't produce enough to make the money that will, I guess, cover the return, cover the expenses on that crop, we look at putting quail habitat on those areas. Okay,
and that begs a second question, or a follow-up question. So how does that fit in with the private land conservation community? How does that all jive together or go together?
So in the state of Tennessee, Tennessee Quail Forever, we have a team of about 7 or 8 members. Mostly they're farm bill biologists and foresters that work with the USDA, TWRA, different wildlife organizations and conservation organizations to provide technical assistance on the different programs and practices that are offered state and federal. And for me, I fit in a little differently. Those farm bill biologists, they will provide seed mixes and develop conservation plans for the acres that have already been delineated on a working farm. And our target, I guess you say our target clientele, or our target areas are working croplands. And specifically what I do is I go out and find those acres on private lands that the farm bill biologists and some of our foresters can develop these seed mixes for. And I do that working in the precision ag field, and it's a broad term. Precision ag is a broad term, and we can tackle that here in a couple minutes. But I help these farmers to use the information and data and technology that they have to find a place for these programs and practices that our farm bill biologists and our foresters can then plan on and develop a seed mix and different things that will incorporate the quail habitat, help to encourage wild quail populations across the landscape.
Sure. Now, let's say I'm a farmer and I want to get in touch with you about I want you to, maybe I have heard of the program and I want you to come and take a look at my farm. Well, how does someone do that? Do they just call you? Is there a process you go through, or how does that take place?
Just give me a holler. It's all you got to do. I mean, and really, there's a lot of different ways that maybe if you don't have my phone number directly, you don't have my contact with me, with you directly, we partner locally with our county NRCS offices, and they have our contact information available. They have my email, but I also give that out to anyone. We have cards as well, but my phone number is 731-487-2234, and anyone can call, text, that number at any time. If you've got any questions, if I can't answer it, I can direct you to the right person. But if you've got some interest in, implementing this program on your farm, it's free of charge, nonprofit. But you can call me anytime. Okay, great. I appreciate it, Jacob. That's great information. If you're a
farmer with some cropland, and you think that there's some underperforming areas, and you think you'd like to see some better wildlife on your land, it sounds to me like Jacob Taylor's the guy you need to call. And also here with us in the studio is Johnny McFarland. Johnny's been on the show before, and a lot of you folks know Johnny. Johnny, how you been?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tony. How about yourself today?
Not bad at all over here in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, in my home studio. And you guys come on every year and you talk about the YX program. So tell us what's going on with that, and introduce that lady sitting beside you.
All right. Well, the YHEC is a program we've been doing. We had to take 2 years off for COVID, but we ran it for 10 years.
Everybody did.
Everybody did. We ran it for 10 years in Oakland. And as I'm getting, more and more senior, my friend Jerry is going to take over.
Alternatives.
Even though I'm older.
Yeah, well, Jerry, my friend Jerry DeZonia is going to take over as the state YHEC coordinator. Now, YHEC is the Youth Hunt Education Challenge. It's kids 18 and under, and they spend the day competing in rifle, shotgun, archery, wildlife identification, and hunter safety. And I say compete because there are points awarded in these categories. Now, we get some kids out there who've never shot a rifle before. So for them, we have plenty of coaches. For them, it's a learning event. And then I know we've got kids out there that already have 2 deer heads on the wall. For them, and girls too. I better not leave them out because some of our most fierce competitors over the years have been young ladies. Like I said, it's a wonderful event. Quail Forever. We team with the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. We couldn't do it without them. And we couldn't do it without the Friends of NRA, who helped fund a great deal of this. Larry used to always say, is it free? Well, it's not free. It's not free. A lot of people spend a lot of money to put this event on, but we don't charge a nickel to the kids who participate, and we even feed them lunch.
Is there an age limit or an age range for those that participate?
They have to have their hunter safety card. They have to be able to safely handle a rifle and shotgun, and it's 18 and under. But if they're 11 and if they've got hunter safety and they can handle a shotgun, they can come.
Typically, what age groups do you see? What's the younger end? And we know 18 is the upper end, but what's the younger end?
Well, probably most of the kids are at least 12. We have a big batch of kids between, I would say, 12 and 16 is probably the bulk of the kids that come out and participate.
And where do they all come from? All over the state, or is it a particular area?
Actually, since we're in West Tennessee, most of the kids come from Shelby, Fayette, Tipton. I know we've had some kids participate from Savannah, Tennessee. Even though we're the only state event anymore in Tennessee, most of the kids come from this end of the state.
Sure. That's to be expected. It's pretty hard for a 12-year-old to drive someplace without somebody driving him.
Now, I will point out, when the parents come out there, very often I put them to work so they can participate. They can participate in the event just like their kids can.
Sure. So tell us a little bit about Jerry and her background.
Well,
and what prompted her to accept this position?
Well, what prompted her to accept it was I said, I'm going to quit.
It's called coercion.
I said, I'm going to quit, and she didn't want to see the event die, so I'll let her tell you.
And being a woman, I'm sitting there, I know these guys aren't going to pick it up. So I have taken this on. Of course, it was kind of handed to me gradually. I started out as the regional coordinator, and it wasn't 2 weeks, and I found out I'm the state coordinator, and then I knew I was in trouble. But there's other.
Well, you know what? They like to promote within. Hey, what can the Quail folks say?
Well, they did it quick. I was willing to wait. But there's other things we're going to try to do this year. We've changed our venue to Payne Quail Farm, and I've been speaking with a couple of TWRA agents, and we're in the process of trying to get the K-9 unit to come out and do a demonstration after lunch, so to speak. And, you know, it's dogs. Who doesn't like dogs? Was it Nash Buckingham that says, what's a few fleas amongst friends? And, you know, kids don't care.
Correct.
But we're trying to get something like that. They said if they come, they might even get a photo with a dog.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I may get a photo op with a dog. But we also are having someone who's very, very good at orienteering for all those kids that really want to learn about how to read a compass and how to get in and out of the woods and maybe come back at your truck. This is the person you want to learn it from. But also, I would like to put a pitch out to anybody that's willing to volunteer. You will be accepted. The more the merrier, and the easier it is for all of us. And it's also a good way for those parents to realize how this got to be free.
Sure. So if somebody wants to participate, how do they get in touch with you guys? What's the process to do all that?
Let's see. The TWR website has our event on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page, and then we have a website, www.midsouthquailforever.org, which will have all the contact information on there.
Because it's me.
Okay.
It's me. They can either call or
when
email.
is the event?
June 4th, and you kind of like you to get out there. 7:30 is better, but you can wait till 8. It's just you get to beat the rush in registering or something.
But now the kids do have to be pre-registered.
Yes,
we got a head count limit of 25. So the first 25 that sign up will be the 25 that get to participate.
Okay.
And they're already rolling in.
And so this will be what, the 11th year, 10th or 11th year?
We did 10 years in Oakland, and we had a little 2-year vacation there, and so this will be the 11th event.
Well, we wish you a lot of success with that. And, again, people can find out about it on the TWRA website or on your website, correct?
midsouthquailforever.org.
And this is held at Payne Quail Farm, which is in Arlington, if they want to know where that is. And so it's kind of a different – it's not in Fayette County now. We've got it near Arlington.
Well, great. Well, Jerry, welcome aboard. And we hope to hear great things from you. And we'll probably have you on down the road. You can tell us all about it. Folks, this is Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we're going to take a break for just a second, and we'll be right back.